My name is Joel Davis. My company is Commune & Co., a new coffee company in town. First of all, the coffee we source, and second of all, the brewing method. We work with some of the best roasters in the country who work directly with farmers. Number one, that gives farmers the best prices possible. Number two, that gives us the opportunity to oversee quality through every step of the process. And then we actually developed our own method of brewing iced coffee. We're in Florida, we drink it every day of the year. We wanted something bright, naturally sweet, and nuanced, the natural character of highlighting coffees as opposed to boring cold brew methods. We call it pressure brew. And then after we complete the brewing method, we put it back in kegs and nitro tap it. So we serve a nitro tapped, pressure brewed iced coffee, just like you'd get a Guinness or a stout or something like that off a nitro tap. So it's a beautiful way to serve a really delicious coffee. There's 4 or 5 wholesale partners that we have in town. Dat's Dough in South Tampa, Squeeze Juice Works, the cold pressed juice spot in Hyde Park, Mermaid Tavern in Seminole Heights, and then the local Public House and Provisions up in Dade City. They all serve our coffee every day of the week on tap. They do growler fills, and then our tricycle, the Commune Coffee Trike, is on the road 5 days a week at least between downtown and Ybor City, and we do special events and fun stuff on the weekends with the trike as well. The best way to find us is our website, communeandco.com. You can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at communeandco, or on facebook.com/communeandcofl. We're always posting where we're at and events we have going on and fun stuff. My name is Joel Davis. My company is Commune & Co., a new coffee company in town. First of all, the coffee we source, and second of all, the brewing method. We work with some of the best roasters in the country who work directly with farmers. Number one, that gives farmers the best prices possible. Number two, that gives us the opportunity to oversee quality through every step of the process. And then we actually developed our own method of brewing iced coffee. We're in Florida, we drink it every day of the year. We wanted something bright, naturally sweet, and nuanced, the natural character of highlighting coffees as opposed to boring cold brew methods. We call it pressure brew. And then after we complete the brewing method, we put it back in kegs and nitro tap it. So we serve a nitro tapped, pressure brewed iced coffee, just like you'd get a Guinness or a stout or something like that off a nitro tap. So it's a beautiful way to serve a really delicious coffee. There's 4 or 5 wholesale partners that we have in town. Dat's Dough in South Tampa, Squeeze Juice Works, the cold pressed juice spot in Hyde Park, Mermaid Tavern in Seminole Heights, and then the local Public House and Provisions up in Dade City. They all serve our coffee every day of the week on tap. They do growler fills, and then our tricycle, the Commune Coffee Trike, is on the road 5 days a week at least between downtown and Ybor City, and we do special events and fun stuff on the weekends with the trike as well. The best way to find us is our website, communeandco.com. You can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at communeandco, or on facebook.com/communeandcofl. We're always posting where we're at and events we have going on and fun stuff.
My name is Tyler Martin Nolich, Film Commissioner for Hillsborough County. Thank you again for joining us on a rather rainy Friday, but we're here nonetheless. Our first guest today is going to be Maria Matlock from the Humane Society.
Yes, she is. We're waiting for her. She's okay. We might take that. We'll take it over. We're just taping.
Okay.
So.
Can we actually redo it? Because she's
Yeah,
let's redo it. She's actually our last segment.
I'll call you.
Okay, I got it.
All right, guys. Don't worry. Okay. I've got everybody screaming for a second. Hold on. So right now I've got Reagan Singleton is called in, but that was out of curiosity. So he's here. I'm gonna delete that out. Is that's her, right? Is that that's somebody?
Hey Maria, how are you? Tell her to turn. You ready to go? Okay. All right. Where are you at? We can't see you, right? So she's, I believe she's over there. No, that's not it. Where are you at?
Get rid of that other question.
Okay. Here's Maria, tell her to turn. You shift your phone horizontal. And she doesn't have it on the switch. It is horizontal, she said. She doesn't have it on. Oh, you don't have it on, so it doesn't, just do vertical, just do it. There you go.
Give me a second. I need to
All right,
check something.
we're good to go. All right.
She doesn't have her phone on rotate,
Oh, okay.
so she's sideways.
Okay, she's ready to go. And,
We're gonna start the show again.
Okay, and this is the last segment, right? So I'm not introducing it. I'm kicking
just
to it.
introduce her, doesn't matter.
Got it.
And whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. We are joined this segment by Maria Matlock from the Humane Society. Hey, Maria, how are you?
To me.
There you are.
I like messing with you.
Hey, Maria, can you hear us? I don't think she can.
Can she hear us?
It's like a baby. Maybe because he's older, that's why. They don't.
Can you raise that up over here? Can she hear us?
I don't think she can see me either.
I'm gonna go back there just a second. Oh, I'm hiding it, let me go back in, showing the screen.
Keep saying going to a live, but I don't see them.
Can she hear us?
Go ahead, ask her if she can hear us.
Can you hear us? Hey, Maria, can you hear us?
Does anybody, I'm gonna call in and test mine, you want to test him? We can,
He'll be back over there soon.
Okay.
I work here. We're just doing a little.
Yeah, we can hear you, but can you hear us? Can you hear us?
No, there's just the one. We work here. We're about to go do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but when we're done, we'll be back. And that. Mhm.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Maria, can you hear us? Maria, hello? Testing, testing, testing.
they're having a conversation, I know what's,
Maria,
Hey,
can you hear us? Because we can-
no, I can't see you guys or hear you or anything. So
You
go
can't
live.
see us
So
or hear
black. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me just to rejoin? Trying to
Yeah,
rejoin.
yeah, rejoin, please, thank you.
Bye.
All right.
The longer the buffers in between segments,
Say it.
the better. And then just so we can.
Yeah, so we can reset test pin. She's gonna rejoin in a moment, and then we'll just redo it again. No big. The thing is.
My name is Joel Davis. My company is Commune & Co., a new coffee company in town. First
Hey, I still can't see or hear you. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, okay. She can't see or hear us. That's the whole thing. We can see her and obviously hear her.
So why don't you? Can I leave this phone on? You guys ask me the questions through here.
Leave the phone on, yeah, but we're not going to get the audio because
For you then, okay.
And plus, we need to see you. Yeah, you're getting audio. So if we leave her
That's what I'm saying.
and her phone on, it'll work. Yes.
Okay, let's do that then. Let me.
Then Tyler won't, hear her or anything.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to put my phone down here, and I'll put you on the speaker.
Okay.
And we'll
Yep.
hear you. Okay.
Awesome. Let me just grab my cat here.
But we're going to get the feedback.
Am I good?
This won't work. No, it has a different. It has a different. Oh, because it's the fucking stupid. What is it? Yeah, we can. Hey, Maria, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I think we have it figured out now. You won't be able to see me, I don't think, but we'll be able to talk.
That's fine. Okay. Ready when you are.
Three, two,
1, we're back.
good.
Welcome back to the segment. This time we're joined by Maria Matlock from the Humane Society. Hey, Maria, how are you? I'm doing good on this rainy Friday. How are things at the Humane Society?
So despite everything that's going on, we are busy. We actually had a line here starting at 11 p.m. last night of people waiting to adopt some puppies that just came in. So we're still very thankful to the community, and they're coming out to adopt. It's really allowing us to continue our good work and continue to intake animals. Because without people adopting right now, since we are a no-kill shelter, we would eventually, run out of space if people didn't continue to come in. So we are doing really well despite everything that's going on.
Oh, that's great. Really warming to hear that. What are some things that people should know going into adopting a dog? You hear every year that around Easter people come in and grab a bunch of bunnies for their kids, and that might not be the best idea if they're not really committed to having the pet long term, or these impulse buys at Christmas. Someone really needs to think about what it means to take care of an animal and bring an animal into a home. So what are some things you recommend?
Absolutely. So for example, I'm holding Baxter, and he is the sweetest boy. I've been holding him for a while now, and he's purring and loving on me, but you would never guess. He's 14 years old. So that means somebody has had him for 14 years, and now all of a sudden, they don't have time or no longer want to pet anymore. So they're just like people, right? They have feelings and emotions, and they require attention, care, and we always tell people this is a lifetime commitment, because animals deserve a lifetime of love, not just for a gift or when you feel like it. Their lives matter too. So it's just really important that people, don't just come in, especially right now, because you're bored at home and you want a furry friend, and then when life goes back to normal, you don't have time anymore. So it's just something really to think about, especially when you're adopting a puppy. Puppies are a ton of time and attention is required in training. They can be a handful up until they're about 3 years old. So we want to make sure when you do come in and see us and you adopt that puppy, that you really are ready to make the commitment. And, even if you move or something in your life changes, you just want to make sure that your dog or your cat can go with you. We hate seeing animals who had homes, loving homes for so long, and then they're a senior, just like Baxter here at 14 years old, and all of a sudden something in life changes, and you find an apartment and it doesn't allow cats or dogs, and you don't take them with you.
So what steps have you taken
Taken to protect folks coming in during this COVID-19 crisis? Are people still able to come through and see the
Absolutely.
dogs? They need to make an appointment in
Yes.
advance? What's the process?
So we have pretty strict rules in place right now. So if you come to our shelter wanting to adopt an animal, what we do is we take your name and we see who you are essentially coming for, and we only allow a certain amount of folks within the shelter to make sure that everybody is standing more than 6 feet away from each other. We require everyone to wear masks, and we're taking your temperature at the door. So if your temperature is over 103, unfortunately, we ask that you leave the property, just because that's part of the stipulations with this virus. Over at our animal hospital, I don't know if you guys are familiar with our animal hospital as well. It's still open to the public. If your pet requires care, or if there's some sort of emergency, we're open. We take in walk-ins and appointments. And we sort of have the same drill over there, where we have a really nice system going of where people get their temperatures taken. They actually check in outside, and then they wait in the car with their animal until they're ready to come in. So we have some pretty strict rules in place to make sure our staff and clients are very well taken care of.
Great to know. And as far as the adoption process goes, what costs are involved? Are the animals spayed or neutered?
Yeah.
What are people should expect when they come in?
So when they come in, all of our pets that are available for adoption are spayed, neutered, microchipped, and vaccinated. So you don't have to worry about that. And our cats are, older than a few months old. They are $25. Our kittens are $50. Our adult dogs are $99. Our puppies are $225. And all of our pocket pets are $50. And some of our exotics range in the about $150 range. So it's a pretty good deal, actually, versus going to a pet store or buying a pet and having to get all of those things done and go to the vet. It kind of adds up, and it's really expensive. So if you come here and adopt one of our pets, they've been properly looked at and treated by a vet, and they receive all those services free of cost to you.
Yeah. And once again, Humane Society is a no-kill shelter, so it's very important that animals are adopted, so it frees up more space for you guys to be able to take more animals in. What does the inventory look like right now? Are you guys pretty full, or have you had a lot of adoptions?
We have a lot of adoptions. Like I was saying, we have a line literally almost every single day. Sometimes people are sleeping in their cars here at night to make sure they are the first in line for the animal that they saw on our website that they have their eye on. So every day it varies. We do work with a lot of partner shelters in the area. A lot of them are closed. So we are taking in their animals for them, since we are remaining open during this time. So it just all depends on the surrenders that come in that day, how many animals we get from our partners. I know this morning we had almost a pretty full house. We had 16 puppies and quite a good amount of dogs and kitties. So honestly, it just all depends on the day.
And we're coming up to the end of our segment here, but I did want to put one more question. You may or may not know the answer to this. It's a really trying time out there for people. People are lost their jobs, especially people in the service industry, and they might be having difficulty just being able to feed themselves or pay their own rent. Are there any programs or resources that people can go to get
Yes.
Donated pet foods or
Absolutely.
other items animals might need at low cost or no cost?
Yes. So we've noticed that as well, and it breaks our heart because we're seeing more animals surrendered more than ever right now, just because, like you were saying, a lot of people have been laid off or something has happened with their job where they're financially compromised. So we're seeing folks that are truly struggling. So we put a program in place, and it's from every Tuesday and Saturday during our normal business hours. We are actually giving away free pet food to people. So if you're financially struggling right now, All the requirements is just to make sure you're a Hillsborough County resident. You can come to our shelter and we will give you a free bag of dog and cat food, whatever you need. So that's something that we have in place to make sure that the community is taken care of.
Yeah. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, Maria. As we close out here, give us one more shout out. What's the website address and what are your hours of operation during the week?
Sure. So our website address is humanesocietytampa.org. And during the week, we're open from 12 to 7. And on the weekends, we're open from 10 to 5.
Wonderful. And for those joining us live, as we close out the segment, please stick around. We have some furry friends that are at the Humane Society right now that will be coming up on your screen. And we hope you'll consider adopting an animal if it's right for you and your family. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks so much.